All right, you're 19 years old, newly married, and officially a Roman bride. And music, congratulations, if that word even applies here. It's too late to a music escape now. The year is 89 CE during the rule of Emperor Domitian. Your name is Flavia, born into a respectable household, raised to a music obey, trained to endure. And tonight, Rome is about to instruct you very clearly on what marriage actually means. Not the saffron veil. Not the walnuts tossed for luck. And music, not the polite smiles. The other part. The part no one ever commits to writing. A music your bare feet press against cold marble. The floor chills your bones. Torches along the walls hiss and spit smoke staining the air behind. A music you stand 7 witnesses. Silent and unmoving like carved pillars. They are music not present for beauty or blessing. They're here to ensure compliance, to make certain you fulfill the role expected of a Roman wife. And until this moment, no one explained the details. Of course, they didn't. You step forward toward a wooden object in the corner, half hidden beneath heavy cloth. Your hands tremble so violently that you fold them into your sleeves, hoping no one notices. Everyone notices. No one intervenes. Your mother's words echo in your mind from this morning. Whispered to music while she braided your hair. Do not resist. No matter what they ask, do not resist. Now you music understand why her hands shook. Now you understand why she cried. The music seer here is the truth. Rome never softens. Marriage is not romance. Marriage is a transaction. Ownership is transferred. Your father relinquishes you. Your husband receives you. You are the property. The contract is the ceremony. Your body is the proof. Welcome to adulthood Roman style. Outside, you can still hear the crowd. Men shouting crude songs, laughing, calling out instructions. Rome claims the noise is meant to scare away evil spirits. Maybe that's true. Or maybe it's just an excuse for grown men to shout end music directions at a teenage girl on her wedding night. You can decide. Your husband Marcus Petronius Rufus is 25 years older than you. He carried you across the threshold earlier. The gesture is meant to be tender. It wasn't. It was a reminder. Once a music brides were dragged inside whether they wished to enter or not. The door closes behind you. Now the world grows unnaturally quiet. Too quiet. You finally take in the room. A pruba, the senior woman overseeing the night. A priest. 3 female slaves carrying basins and folded cloths. A physician standing apart. A leather bag at his feet. And in the corner, a music still waiting. The draped wooden figure. So many people for something Roman sisters private. The pruba grips your hands with the firmness used on livestock, not to music brides. Controlled. Certain you are in your husband's home now. She says, meaning you belong here. She steers you toward the statue. The witness's eyes bore into your back like nails. Rome adores witnesses. Rome trusts nothing without documentation, signatures, and enough people present to swear later that everything was done correctly. Survival here has rules. You learn them quickly or you break. Rule 1. Keep your head lowered, and your mouth and music closed. You pull away the cloth. There it is, a carved wooden figure shaped like a god Rome. Barely names allowed. Mutinous toot fertility deity brides must acknowledge before their husbands may approach them. The carving leaves nothing to interpretation. Its purpose becomes horrifyingly obvious as the pruba begins explaining what is required of you. Mutinous Tutunus was Rome's god of fertility and sexual initiation. We know he existed because ancient writers mention him briefly, always with discomfort. Music St. Augustine, writing centuries later as Christianity overtook pagan Rome, described the ritual with visible disgust. Roman brides, he said, music were required to perform a seated offering involving the statue before consummation. You freeze. Music, the room waits. The pruba leans close. You must ask his blessing, she whispers. You must offer yourself as tradition demands. A stomach drops. Your mother's warning finally makes sense. On music, and here is the part no one ever tells you. This ritual is not symbolic. It is the opening act of verification. Quick pause. If you're still here, consider liking and subscribing so you don't miss what comes next. Now back to Rome. The witnesses move closer. The priest murmurs a prayer. The physician prepares himself. You stand there trapped between tradition and carved wood. Understanding a music with brutal clarity, you are not here to be honored. You are here to be confirmed. You are still standing before the statue when the pranuba steps behind you, guiding your body like furniture that needs adjusting. No privacy, no gentleness, just hands, commands, eyes. They call this sacred. You can already tell it's paperwork wrapped in religion. Here's the truth. Rome never admits aloud. The music every ritual tonight exists because men demand proof. Proof you are untouched. Proof you obey. Proof that any children will belong to your husband, and not some man shouting obscenities outside. You are not a partner in this marriage. You are the evidence. The pronuba gives instructions in the calm, chilling tone of someone has done this too many times to feel anything anymore. The witnesses lean in not to help, only to observe. Music, your knees weaken. Your face burns. You comply anyway. Rule 2. Refusal is punished. Rome never punishes itself. When it ends, the slaves of music rush forward. One holds a bronze basin. Mother pours scented water over your arms, as if resetting you. You shiver. They don't meet your eyes. They've done this before. They'll do it again tomorrow. The priest finishes a prayer. No music one listens to. Even he sounds bored. Roman religion is not gentle. It isn't about comfort. It's a checklist gesture. Smoke completion. Your body has just been added to the list. Next comes the physician. He's older, hair tied back, music tools guarded carefully in his bag. He doesn't greet you. You are not a patient. You are a legal matter. He examined you before the ceremony, confirming your virginity. That record already exists. This is the after. The pronuba nods. The witnesses adjust the stance. You stand there, a music jaw tight, forcing your thoughts into silence. B. The physician works quickly, a music clinically, like someone inspecting a shipment. To him, you are not a frightened girl. You are property being verified. He finishes music and speaks his conclusion. A slave records it on a wax tablet. A music, if your husband ever takes you to court, these 7 people will testify to every detail of tonight. You want to scream. A music, you don't. Screaming is not an option. The pronuba announces that the preparatory rides are complete. Translation, music, the real ordeal begins now. They lead you to the bedchamber. The door is left open deliberately. Oil lamps burn and music bright. Shadows sway like silent observers. Your husband finally enters. He avoids your eyes, glancing instead at the pronuba, like a student awaiting instruction. That surprises you. You expected authority, confidence. Instead, he looks nervous, like a man about to take an exam he didn't prepare for. You sit on the bed's edge. Your hands grip the sheets, trembling. End music. The pronuba recites the formal words she has spoken for decades. The gods have blessed the union. Let the marriage be consummated according to Roman law. The words fall like chains. 2. And then it hits you. Everything so far was preparation. The real verification hasn't even begun. The door remains open. The lamps and music stay bright. Rome presses in on your ribs as you struggle to breathe. Marcus finally looks at you, not with desire, not with affection, but with assessment, like checking cargo for damage. Welcome to Roman marriage. Romance optional. Verification required. Sits beside you. The bed cacks. The pronuba clears her throat. A signal, music to proceed. The witnesses shift in the hole close enough to hear everything. That's intentional. Roman consummation is not private. It is a legal step. Music, a stamp on a document, except the document is you. Marcus tries to be gentle. Maybe he's afraid. Maybe a music, he's trying to be kind. His hand hovers, then rests on your shoulder. C keeps glancing toward the doorway as if a music, someone might correct him. You're both trapped. He must perform. You must comply. They must witness. No one can leave. You lie back because their music is nowhere else to go. When it ends, the room never relaxes. Music, the witnesses listen for evidence, not emotion. When Marcus pulls away, he and music does so quickly. Ashamed or confused, you can't tell. The slaves enter immediately. Towels, water, efficiency. The night is far from over. The physician returns. Now he needs proof. He enters like a man resuming interrupted work. No sympathy, no hesitation. Music, why would there be? This night is just procedures to him. You try to cover yourself. He gestures for you to move the sheet. You obey. Skink. He opens his bag. Tools clink softly. Your throat tightens. Music. Marcus stands aside, rubbing his hands. The examination is fast. Detached. He narrates for the witnesses. Ascribe records. This isn't medicine, it's inventory. When you flinch, he pauses, not to comfort, but in irritation. Finally, he steps back. Consummation verified. The witnesses nod. That's all they came for. The transformation is complete. And music, the room resets, linens replaced. Lamps adjusted, the witnesses leave. The tablet is sealed. A music. Marcus exhales in relief. You remain seated, clutching the sheet, trying to piece yourself together. Marcus murmurs something about music, rest, about tomorrow being easier. You don't respond. Wine is broad enough to quiet your body, not your mind. Marcus leaves. You lie down slowly. The lamps dim music and you realize the truth. Tonight wasn't an ending. It was an initiation. A music, not into love, into a system. Rome will expect you to endure it.